sample data of this financials table, and this data is related to sales. Now in this tutorial we are going to see the basic chart, that is cluster bar chart. So to insert any chart into a Power BI desktop, just refer to visualizations pane, and under this pane there are two sections. The first section is to add your visuals. So you have to refer this add your visuals pane here, and you will see multiple visualizations here. So to insert any visualization, just click on that particular visual. Right here I am clicking on clustered bar chart. We use cluster bar charts where we have multiple categories or multiple labels, and we need to show the values of that, or of those labels, right? So for example, I have states and I just want to show I have countries and I just want to show the sales of those countries, right? So here if you see, when I insert this chart, you will see y-axis, x-axis, and some more fields added into this below section of this pane, right? So just you need to click on this countries here on this checkbox, and this country will be added in the y-axis, and just click on sales here under this checkbox. This sales will be added to your y-axis, right? So this way your chart will get reflected, or this visual will get reflected. To resize the position of, or to resize this chart or change the position of this, you can just simply drag this chart to any other portion of this canvas. And to resize it, you can just, you see this highlighted edges on this chart, you can just move your cursor to this highlight edge and just resize it this way, correct? So to format this chart, you can just go to this format your visual pane. One more thing over here is you can add multiple x axes over here, multiple values to this x axis. Let's say as of now we have sales, we can also add profit over here. Just click on profit name and drag this to x axis, right? This way your profit will also be added. So this way you will see two bars over here, right? For one state, let's say for United States of America, we have two charts, two bars, right? This is our stack clustered bar chart. I can rename my page over here as clustered bar chart, right? So this is our clustered bar chart. We can format this visual, right? So to format it, just make sure you have selected this visual and just go to a format your visual section. There are two kinds of formatting: visual formatting and general formatting. Visual formattings are the visual specific formatting, and general formattings are general formattings that are not specific to visual but are common to all the visuals we have. So under this we have y-axis, you can change the font family here of this y-axis, right? You can increase the font size of it, or you can decrease the font size. The minimum font size is 8 pixels. You can increase or decrease it as per your requirement. You can make it more bold. You can change the color of it, let's say this blue color, right? You can change the maximum width here, right? You can change the width of this y-axis. You can switch the axis position. If you turn it on, then this y-axis will be switched to right side of this graph, right? You can turn it off to make it on left side. If you go to title, then the title of this y-axis will, you can change and format it. So as of now it is country, I can make it to countries, right? You can change the formatting over here. One good practice we have is, good not good but the best practice is to keep the formatting or to keep the font family of every visual or everything into your report the same font family, right? You can increase the size of this title as well. You can change the color of it, right? You can go to layout, and under this layout you have maximum category height. So this height, it can change the height of the bars you have into your chart, right? The more the height, the more graphs you, the more height you will see. If you click on reset to default, it every formatting will be reset to default, right? You can again do the formatting if you want, or you just don't have to click on that particular reset to default option, correct? Now go to x-axis, the same kind of formatting options you will see. You can set the minimum and maximum range over here, correct, this way. Or you can click on preset to default to make it default formatting. You can change this x-axis scale to logarithmic scale as well, correct, and you can invert the range. If you invert the range, then the zero, it will be switched to right. You can turn it off. The values, you can change the formatting of these values, right. The minimum font is 8, and the maximum you can increase. Display unit, you can change. Power BI has the default functionality to automatically detect the display units, just like it is in millions, so it has been automatically detected. You can change the uh, display units here as well. You can also change it to none. The original value will get no unit will get displayed. You can set the decimal places to 1 or 2 or whatever you want. I'm keeping it as 0. You can change the title over here of this x-axis. Let's say sales and profit, right. Now you can also change the font family over here. You can do all the same formatting you can do. Of these formatting are of text formattings. Legends, it is turned on. Legend means these indications of the color. This is called legend. Like light blue color is of sales and dark blue color is of profit. Right? This is the legend. If you turn it off, then this indication will be disappeared. If you turn it on, then this will be displayed. You can change the position of it, let's say bottom right or bottom left, top center. You can change the position of it. You can change the text formatting here as well. You can keep the title of it, let's say legends, right. You can turn it off also to get it disappeared, right. Small particles to show the grid lines. Grid lines means the dotted or the lines that you see inside the graph. Let's say if I just show you like this, if I change the color over here, right, and if I change the line style here. If you see here the vertical lines, these are the grid lines here. You can increase the width of these grid lines, but it is recommended to turn off the grid lines, right. But if you have the requirement to make it on, then you can turn it on as well and do the formatting. Zoom slider, to turn it on, if you turn it on, then the zoom slider will get visible. You can zoom in or zoom out your graph using this slider. uh, for x, if you have turned it off from here, the slider will get turned off. Slider labels, if you turn it on, then the labels of the slider will be visible. Slider tooltip, if you turn it on, then the tooltip of the slider will be visible to you, right. Bars, so you can change the colors of these bars here. Let's say for if I select over here the sales, you can change the color of the sales bar, right. The blue color you can change. Let's say I'm giving it the orange color. So for sales, the orange color is now visible. If I go to profit, then you can change the color of this profit bar as well, right. This way you can change it. Or let's say blue color, you can increase the transparency of it or both the bars, right. If you selected all, then you can change the transparency over here. For both the bars it will be affected. If you turn off on the bar, then you will see few options. You can change, you can have the border of these bars here, let's say black color. You will see black outline or the black border of these bars. You can increase the transparency of these borders. You can increase the width of it as well. If you turn on the match bar color here, then the color of these bars will be the outline of that particular color, right. If you turn it off, then you can give the color of your border of the bars, right. Now if you go to data labels, if you turn it on, then you will see some data labels over here. Data labels are the values that are for these bars. Let's say 25 million something is there, so it is showing 25 million, right. This is the data labels. So if you can just say, do the formatting for all the values you are displaying, or you can do the formatting for a particular value. Let's say for sum of sales or sum of profit. So whatever the series you are selecting here, that below formatting will be affected to that particular series, right? So as of now I am selecting all. So position I am giving as inside and, correct. So inside the bar it is showing at the last. Title, I can turn on the title, so it will show you the title over here. And you can do the formatting over here of the this particular text. The same formatting we have, I am turning off. Values is on. If you turn off the values are disappeared. To turn it on, you will see the values of those bars, right? And the same formatting you need to do here as well. So here you can increase the uh, decimal places, right? You can make it zero. If we have blank, so whatever the value will give, the blank value will be visible to you as this value, right? You can change the decimal units over here, let's say thousands, correct, or million, whatever you want. I'm selecting it as auto. So if you turn the details on, then you will have to enter some detailed data over here, right? That will be added here. Let's say cogs. If I add it, then cogs value will also be visible here, right? You can also change the formatting of it. So I am turning it off here. If you see background color, so background of this label, sorry, of this particular value will be visible to you, right? If I decrease the transparency, then this background to these parts will be visible, right? For layout, so layout is single line, or you can choose from multi line, correct. So the layout of these labels will be affected. You can change format of plot area background as well. Plot area background means the background of this plotting area. So you can add one image over here. Let's say I am adding this excel image, right? So by default it will set to the normal image. You can fit it, so the image size will get stretched to get it fit into this area. You can also use fill size here. So it will not stretch your image, but it will fit your image without stretching. So you can increase the transparency of it, or you can keep it at zero. And if you click on reset to default, this image will set to default, right? If you go to general formattings, you will see some size and position formatting over here. You can change the height of this chart. Let's say I am keeping 650, then the height will get increased. The width of chart, let's say 800, the width will get increased. Position we can change. Position means horizontally and vertically, with what position we need to keep it. Let's say I'm keeping 0 at horizontal, then the space will get removed, or it will be shifted to left at 0 position. If I keep it vertical as 10, then it will be shifted to top, keeping 10 pixels from the top. If you see padding here, padding means the space between this border of the chart and the text here. So if I show you this 20 from top, then the 20 pixels will be uh, given from the top, right? If you go on the title, then this title, it is referring to the title of the chart. Then you can rename it sum and profit by country. You can change the text formatting over here, correct. The same way you can give the background color. Let's say uh, this yellow color I can give, right? And you can horizontally align this uh, area. You can change the text color, let's say this blue color, and you can make it bold, and you can just increase the font size, correct. If you add the subtitle on, then a particular subtitle will be added of this particular title, and you will see the same formatting options here. I am right now turning it off. Divider means the one separator line will be added between these title and the graph. If you turn it on, you will see a 1 pixel width over here line. So you can increase the width here, right? If you see now, you can change the color of it. Let's say this red color I can give it. The spacing means the spacing between the labels, right? Label and the this title, correct. Effect, under the effects, you can give the background to this chart. right? Let's say this color I have given, you can give increase the transparency of this chart. More the transparency, more the background color will be visible over here. If you turn the visual border on, then you will see a border of this chart, and you see the sharp edges or the sharp corners of this. You can make it round as well. If you select it and again go to your general formatting and effects, so under the border you can make the scale here, right? Or you can give the value here as well. So more the value, the more rounded edges you will see, correct? Now more formatting options, you can give the shadows over here, right? You can give the shadow color as well. Let's say I'm giving yellow, and you can change the offset outside or inside the chart, right? And you can give the position of it, let's say right, or I'm giving to bottom right, correct, and outside. So you will see some shadow over here. Data format also, it is the important property. As of now the data format is in numeric format, right? Sales. So sales should be in a currency format, so we can change the format from here to currency. Right now it is visible in dollar format, right? You can change the currency format over here. And let's say I have it has automatically by default selected to US. You can change the other options inside this list. Comma thousand separator means if you see inside the value there are commas visible here, these are thousand separator. If you turn it off, then this thousand separator commas will be removed. You can change the decimal places. Let's say I have selected as 2, so there are 2 decimal places here. If you see, header icons is turned on. Header icons are these icons inside Power BI desktop. You will see these header icons as always, right? If you turn it off and you publish this Power BI report to Power BI service, then the header icons, these header icons will be invisible, these will not be visible, right? But Power BI desktop is the developer version, so these header icons will always be visible in the developer version of this Power BI desktop. You can do the formatting also here also, right? Let's say border is also this, and icon color I can give to gray, and you can increase the transparency of this. Tooltip is on. Tooltip means the if you hover over this bar and you will see some additional information here. This is the tooltip we can say. So you can change the same formatting here. Let's say labels go color, we can give this pink color, and the value color we can say this yellow. And if you hover over it, then these values are changed. You can make it bold and increase the font size, then the formatting will be affected. You can give the background color as well. You can change the background, let's say this light blue color, right? Alternate text or alt text. If you have internet issues and your this chart is not loaded to your Power BI service, then you can give the alternate text here. Let's say whatever text you give, then that particular text will be visible if your chart is not loaded, right?